Good morning, my dear students. Let us start with exercise 5.2. Okay, question number 15 देखते हैं. What does question number 15 says? It says, for what value of n, the nth term of 2 AP, 63, 65, 61 and 3, 10, 17 are equal. So what we have to do, it has been given here, uh, it has been given here that the nth term of two APs are equal. That is, this is our first AP. Let us say this is our first AP. So this is our first AP. Let it be AP1, and this is our second AP. So let it be AP2. Okay. So what does the question say? That you have to find out the value of n such that the nth term of two APs are equal. So an, let the nth term for this AP be an, and the nth term for this AP be, let us say, a star n. Okay, a star n. So what has been asked here, we have to find out the value of this n such that nth term of both these APs are equal. So it has already been told that an is equal to a star n. Okay, we know the general formula for an, that is a plus n minus 1 d, and same for this also. This will be a star n, a star plus n minus 1 d. Okay, so I have taken the first term, and the nth term should be equal. So for putting, if I put this an is equal to a star n, as it is already been given in the question. So what is the a here? In this first AP, a is 63. What is the d here? 65 minus 3, that will be 2. So I will going to put the value of d and a here, and I will get a term like this, expression like this. Okay, 63 and minus 2. Okay, 263, 65 minus 63 will be 2. So I know you know how to simplify this bracket. First you will going to multiply this 2 with n, and then 2 with minus 1. So this will be minus 2, and 63 minus 2 will be 61. So it will be 2n plus 61. So this is the first expression that we got. Moving on to the second AP, which is 3, 10, 17. What is the a here? What is the a here, beta? A is 3. And what is the d here? D is 10 minus 3, that is 7. Okay, so keeping it here, looking here, it has been, the values have been put here. So you will going to simplify the bracket. 7 into n, that will be 7n. 7 minus 1, it will be minus 7. Okay, 7 into minus 1 will be minus 7. So when you subtract 3 minus 7, it will be minus 4. And 7 into n will be 7. So the expression it got is 7n minus 4. These are the nth term for both the APs. According to the question, the nth term are equal to each other. So you will going to put them equal. According to the question, we have 7n minus 4 is equal to 2n plus 61. Okay, after putting them, you will going to shift the variable part to the any of the side, left side or right side, wherever you want to shift, and then you will get the result like this. 5n, 7, just a minute, 7n minus 2n, that will be 5n, and 61 plus 4, that will be 65. 5 will get divided, so n will be equal to 13. So for the 13th term, for both these AP, the 13th term will be equal to each other. Okay, the 13th term of both these AP will be equal. You can also check it by yourself by finding out the 13th term of both these AP, and that you can do it by yourself, putting the value of n is equal to 13 here, and putting the value of n is equal to 13 here. You will get a similar term for both these term. You will get a similar value for 13th term. Okay, I hope you understood this question. Moving on to the next question. Okay, reading out question number 16 here. It says that determine the AP. What you have to determine, you have to find out the AP. The AP has not been given here. So you have to determine the AP whose third term is 16 beta, and the seventh term is exceeds the fifth term by 12. Just the little bit information for the seventh term is given, that it is exceeding the fifth term by 12. Okay, so for finding out the AP or to form an AP, I need A and D, but both these are not given in this question. So how we're going to find out them, and then we're going to frame an AP. So what is the given information here? Third term is given. Third term is given equals to 16. Okay, this is the given information, and the seventh term exceeds the fifth term by 12. So I can say that A7 is equal to A5, whatever will be the fifth term, it will be 12 more than it, more than fifth term. So this is your second equation, that the second given information that is given. This is same as this. Okay, what has been done here? This A5 has been shifted to this side. So A7 minus A5 will be equal to 12. Because the seventh term is greater than fifth term, so what is the difference between both these terms? It is 12. Either you can show it like this, or either you can show it like this also. This is also correct. Okay, so what has been done later? We have opened the general term. We have opened the general form of this A3, which is A plus 2D, which is will be equal to 16. So this is a general form. This will be our first equation, and opening this, A7 is equal to A plus 6D and A5 is equal to A plus 4D. Okay, but here before A5 it is minus sign here. So when you open this bracket, A plus 4D, this minus will be uh, the signs of the bracket of the inner terms will get changed. So it will be minus A and minus 4D. So minus A minus 4D is equal to 12. Okay, now A and A will get cancelled out. 6D minus 4D will be equal to 2D is equal to 12. So D will be equal to 6. Okay, now we know what is the value of D here, and we can find out the value of A by substituting this value in any of the given equation. Either you can put the value of D in the first equation or in the second equation. Okay, after putting the value, we get the value of A equals to 4. Okay, we have put the value of D in the first equation and we get the value of A equals to 4. When A is known and D is also known, then you can easily frame an AP. So what is the first term? A. Then the second term is A plus D. The third term is A plus 2D, and so on. So I hope you understood this question. Now let us move on to the next question. Okay, reading out question number 17. It says that find the 20th term, from the last term of the AP 3, 8, 13 to 53. So क्या बोला गया बेटा इस क्वेश्चन में? It has been asked that you have to find out the 20th term from the last term. That means while moving from here to here, you have to find out the 20th term. You have to go in this direction and you have to find out the 20th term. So if I have to find out the 20th term from here only, then I will just going to, let us just reverse the order first. Okay, so I will just reverse the order, and if I have to find out the AP from here only, so while moving like this, 13th will come here, 8 will come here, and 3 will be our last term. So what I have done, I have rearranged the terms, because in this question I have to find out the 20th term from the last term. So that is why I have rearranged my AP. So this is my first term. Can you find out the second term? As you can see here, what is the difference here? What is the difference here? 8 minus 3, it is 5. Okay, or you can say 3 plus 5 is equal to 8. So if I have to find out, the second term, what I have to do? I have to do like 8 minus 5. Similarly, I have to do 253 minus 5 here. So what will be the second term here? It will be 248. Okay, what will be the second term? It will be 248. So this is how I have rearranged my AP. So now let us start. I have to find out the 20th term from the last term. So what will be the A here? What will be A here? A will be 253. What will be the A here? A will be 253. Just a second. What will be the A here? A will be 253. And what will be the D? How you will going to find out D? D will be 248 minus 53. That will be minus 5. While rearranging, D will be minus 5. Okay, in this type of a question, D is always a negative. Okay, because when you rearrange the terms, that is, you are moving from the last side. So obviously the D will be changing in these types of the question. So here in the original AP, D was 5, but while rearranging the terms, D is equal to minus 5. And what is the A here? A is 253. So I have to find out the 20th term. So A20 will be equal to A plus 19D. That is a general formula for finding out any term. So A plus 19D, that will be 253 plus 19D, as A is equal to 253. As A is equal to 253, as you can see here, A is equal to 253. What is the D here? D is minus 5. Put all the values. 20 minus 1 will be 19. So 19 into D, that will be equal to 158. Okay. In this kind of a question, we have done nothing, but we have just reversed the order of an AP. I hope this question is clear now. Okay, this is question number 18, and it says that the sum of fourth and the eighth term of an AP. An AP has been given, and of that AP, 4 and 8 term is equal to 24. The sum of both these terms is equal to 24. And the sum of 6th and the 10th term of the given AP only, okay, of the given AP is 44. So an AP has been given, and the sum of 4 and 8 is equal to 24, and the sum of 6th term and the 10th term is equal to 44. So you have to find out the first 3 terms of an AP. How you are going to find out the 3 terms of an AP? An AP can only be find out if an A and D are given to you. If A and D are given, then you can easily find out an AP. So we don't know A and D here. So how you will going to find out? By using the given information. It says that A4 plus A8 is equal to 24, and A6 plus A10 is equal to 44. These are the given information here. So you will going to open the general term for these term. So A4 is equal to A plus 3D, and A8 is equal to A plus 7D. Similarly for A6, it is A plus 5D, and A10 is equal to A plus 9D. After solving this A plus A, that will be 2A plus 3D plus 7D is equal to 10D is equal to 24. Similarly, we are going to solve this expression also. You will going to simplify it, and it will come out to be 2A plus 14D. In the last, you will get these two kind of equation, which you can easily solve using any of the method that you have learned, elimination, substitution, and then you will get D equal to 5. After getting the value of D, you will going to put this value in any of the given equation, that is first equation or second equation, and you can easily find out the value of A. Here A is equal to minus 13. So our first term is minus 13. For finding out the second term, you have to add D to it, because A1 is equal to A, that is the first term we have already find out. A2 is equal to A plus D, and A3 is equal to A plus 2D, or you can either add the D in the second term only. Okay, you all know the general formula, that is A1, A4 is equal to A plus 3D, A5 is equal to A plus 4D. So if A and D are known to you, you can find out any terms. But in this question, you have to find out only first 3 terms that you can find out. Okay, A1, A2, A3 are known to you now. So moving on to the next question. Okay, moving on to the next question, that is question number 19. It says that Subba Rao started working in 1995 at an annual salary of rupees 5,000. At what amount she started working? With the 5,000 rupees. And received an increment of rupees 200 each year. Okay, so if I have to find out her salary, let us say after 5 years, so I can easily find out by just increasing her salary by 200. So this is how the pattern should go on. 5,000, 5,200, 5,400, 5,600, and so on. What has been asked here, year has been asked here, in which year did his income, okay, this is his, this is boy, in which year did his income reach 7,000? Did his income reach 7,000? So after some time the salary of Subba Rao will be equal to 7,000. So in the starting phase the salary is, and that is, I can say in the first year it is 5,000, in the second year it is 5,200, third year it is 5,400, and so on. It will be 7,000 at some time. So I have to find out that after how many years I have to find out the position of this 7,000 basically. So I don't know this will be which year. So what I will going to assume, it as nth term. Okay, as if you can see here, this is forming an AP 5,000, 5,200, 5,400, 5,600. D is constant here. So I can say it is forming an AP, and I don't know the position of this 7,000. I don't know at which year it will be. This is 95, this is this will be 96, this will be 97, and so on. But I don't know that which year it will be. So I will going to assume this year as an nth year. Okay, so I know the general formula for nth, that is a plus n minus 1d. So an is equal to 7,000, and I have to find out the value of this n only. So n will be equal to a plus n minus 1d, that is equal to 7,000. So a will be equal to 5,000 according to this AP, or you can see this AP. Okay, so a will be equal to 5,000 and minus 1, d will be equal to 200 is equal to 7,000. And minus 1, you can easily solve this equation and will come out to be equal to 11. That is, this is my first year, this is my second year, this is my third year, and after 11 years the salary of Subba Rao will be equal to 7,000. Now I have to find out which year it will be. Now I know that after 11 years the salary of Subba Rao will be 7,000, or then how I will going to find out that which year it will be. So I can put the value of 1995 here, because the salary of Subba Rao was 5,000 in the year 1995. So 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000, and like this you will going to calculate out it to be equal to 2005. Okay, or you can just form an AP for the years also, 1995, 1996, 1997, and so on, and you have to find out the 11th year. So you can put the value a plus tan d here. What is the a? 1995. D will be equal to, the difference between the years is 1 year, so D will be equal to 1. It will come out to be equal to 2005. That is, in 2005 the salary of Subba Rao will be equal to 7,000. Okay, I hope this question is clear. Moving on to the next question. Last question of this session, it says, question number 20, it says, Ramkali saved rupees 5 in the first week of a year and then increased her weekly saving. Okay, she is saving the money week-wise and increasing her salary week-wise by 1.75. That is, if in the first week she has saved 5 rupees, in the second week she must be saving 6.75. That is adding 1.75 to 5 rupees, and then in the next week she must be saving 8.5 rupees, and so on. She is increasing her savings by 1.75. Okay, Here the difference is 1.75 after every week. So what has been asked here? Okay, if in the nth week, after some weeks, her weekly saving become rupees 20.75. Okay, by doing so, if in the last week, let us say if in the last week her weekly saving is 20.75. Okay, this is not the last week, but this is some week, but we don't know which week it will be. So we're going to assume this week as an nth week. Okay, so this week will be an nth week, and we have to find out the value of n here, that which week it will be. So I have assumed this saving as an nth saving. Okay, this is the saving for the first week, this is the saving for the second week, saving for the third week, and so on. This is the saving for the nth week. Okay, so I will going to put the value of nth is equal to 20.75. The general form is a plus n minus 1d is equal to 20.75. If I form the AP like this, 5, 6.75 and so on till 20.75, what is the A here? A is 5, and what will be the D? As the rate of increasing is same, so it will be 1.75 only. So D will be 1.75 is equal to 20.75. This is a simple equation which you can easily solve. Nothing you have to do. You can easily either you can open the bracket, or you can shift this 5 to the right hand side, do the subtraction part, you will get 15.75. After that 1.75 is getting divided, is getting multiplied, so while shifting to the right side it will get divided and you will get the result equals to 9. Then n will be equal to 10. That is, in the 10th week the Ramkali savings will be equal to 20.75. I hope this formula for finding out the nth term is clear to you now, and in the next class we will be starting with how to find out the sum of a series. Okay, so students, now I am sharing some extra questions with you. Do them in your copy and revert back. Till then, bye, take care.